William Samoei Ruto's advisors leaves a lot to be desired. If you look at them, they are worse than Akina Kuria Kanyigi, who was a member of parliament in Kiambu. They are worse than Kariuki Chotara na watu kama hao ambao watu wengi waliwaona kama viongozi wakati wa Moi, ambao walikuwa ni watu ambao walikuwa ni washauri wa William Daniel Toroitich arap Moi. But they seemed to be clueless. But when you look at them, in fact, they are better than the current advisors. The current advisors, ukiwatazama vizuri sana, you realize that these are clueless guys. Some of them, they are accusing the judiciary, yet they are forgetting that, because some of them, most of them, are members of parliament. They are forgetting that the parliament is the most corrupt institution after the police service. Na sasa wakati ambapo wanajaribu kulaumu mahakama, it is just that they are forgetting that they are supposed to remove the log in their eyes before removing the speck that is in somebody's, or in the judiciary's eyes. Ukitazama bunge letu as currently constituted is unconstitutional, because there's a clause about the 2/3 gender rule. It was supposed to be implemented in the 12th parliament. And Maraga James, the Chief Justice then, advised Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to disband parliament, but Uhuru did not disband parliament. So kulingana na yale ambayo tunaona sasa, we know very well that judiciary is the last line of defense for the people. Wakati ambapo una sasa ingilia mahakama, wakati ambapo unasema yale ambayo unayasema kuhusu mahakama, hatukatai. There are some few rogue and corrupt individuals in the judiciary, but there is a procedure of removing them from parliament. There is a procedure of removing them from the judiciary, but you cannot remove them from the street. And it is also important to note that it is the same judiciary that has been clearing viongozi wengi kutoka UDA, kwamba wengi wakiwa na kesi pale. Tunajua wengine ambao walikuwa na milioni ambayo ilikuwa imewekwa na mahakama, ikisemekana kwamba pesa hizo zilifaa kusalimishwa kwa umma kwa sababu zilipatikana kwa njia ya kifisadi au kiukora, wengine wakiwa na hata kesi za mauaji. The same judiciary has been cleaning them, but now because they've been cleansed by the judiciary, and because now the same judiciary is now listening to the people's opinion, utaona kwamba washauri wa William Samoei Ruto wanaona kwamba sasa mahakama haifanyi kazi ambavyo inafaa kufanywa. And I think Martha Koome should advise William Samoei Ruto to disband parliament, kwa sababu as currently constituted, it's a constitution if you ask me, na mambo yote ambayo, miswada yote ambayo inapitishwa au sheria zote ambazo zinapitishwa zinafaa kukataliwa na mahakama, nafaa kupigwa kwa sababu si halali. How do you, for instance, pass laws and amend laws and do even the oversight, even passing the budget with unconstitutional parliament? In fact, that finance bill, the fact that it was passed by an unconstitutional parliament is in itself unconstitutional. Hapo ndipo ambapo tunafaa kwanza. And if we are not going to obey the law, I want you to imagine a situation whereby Raila Amolo Odinga refused to accept the ruling of the Supreme Court because he accepted but did not agree with it. What would have happened to this country? It is anarchy. It is chaos. It is rebellion. Kwa sababu ukitazama vizuri sana utaona kwamba after people refuse to obey court orders, then things become very, very difficult. In fact, that is the beginning of the revolution. So kwa mfano, chukua mfano wa askari ambaye anaambiwa na mkubwa wake afuate maagizo fulani kisha nakataa. You go all the way to the defense, all the areas of the defense, including the military. A soldier is told to do ABCD and he refuses. Then what does this mean, ladies and gentlemen? That's the beginning of anarchy. Kwa wakati ambapo viongozi hawashauri wa William Samoei Ruto, unajua kile ambacho wanafanya ni wanapayuka wakisema maneno ambayo yanaweza kuleta madhara makubwa sana katika taifa letu. And if William Samoei Ruto is not careful, hawa washauri wake wanaweza kuitumbukiza nchi yetu katika masaibu makubwa sana. And when you look at them, they exhibit a lot of incompetence. Ukiwatazama vizuri sana, utaona kwamba hawana ujuzi, maybe because of their youthful nature. Because what we are getting is that William Samoei Ruto is using them. They are the mouthpiece of the government, of UDA. But now, the people who are implementing the real issues are the Kalenjin. So the Kikuyus are the ones who are the mouthpiece. But now, when it comes to the implementing policies and executing these policies, it is the Kalenjins who are doing them. So some of them should even know that they are being misused. Wanatumiwa vibaya. Kama wanatumiwa vizuri, basi wajue ya kwamba Wakenya wanaona wakitumiwa vibaya. And again, I know that this country is not short of good people. It's not short of competent people, intelligent people. Kuna wengi ambao wanaweza kumshauri na kumwambia vile ambavyo anafaa kufanya. Lakini pindi tu unapata viongozi ambao wanajitokeza hadharani kuanza kupayuka, kuanza kusema maneno ambayo hayana mwelekeo, maneno ambayo hayana mshiko, maneno ambayo yanaweza kuisabaratisha nchi hii na kuitumbukiza katika hali mbaya sana. I think it is the high time that William Samoei Ruto do away with some of these guys, because most of them are politicians, and most of them, they are just there to please him. Because what happens to William Samoei Ruto, because he's annoyed or president, ni mtu ambaye asikilizi mawaidha ya watu. Kile ambacho watu fanya mara nyingi humwambia kile ambacho wanataka kusikia. These are not good advisors. A good advisor will tell you even what you don't want to hear. As long as he's telling you the truth, he'll tell you, look here, Mr. President, if you do ABCD, this is what is going to happen. But sasa ukiangalia, wow, they look like they are dogs for hire. Huo ni ukweli wa mambo. Ni watu ambao ukitazama utaona kwamba wanaongozwa na matumbo yao, because you see they have tasted power, and once they have tasted power, they have become wild. They have we say power corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. This is where Kenya is finding itself. Kwa sababu ukiwatazama hawa watu, ni nani ambaye unaweza kusema ya kwamba anaweza kumshauri William Samoei Ruto vizuri? Kwa sababu wengi hata wanamshauri hadharani, wanamwambia vile ambavyo atafanya. Na ukitazama vizuri sana, nimesema hawa wengi wao wakiwa ni Wakikuyu kutoka sehemu za Mlima Kenya. Lakini ukitazama Wakalenjin wajitokeze hadharani, wanaongea maybe in offices, but not in public places, ambapo watu ambao wanajitokeza hadharani, they exhibit a lot of ignorance, if you ask me. Kwa sababu ukiwatazama utaona kwamba they don't even know what the crowd is saying. They don't know, because I've said what is important to them. As long as they are getting satisfied, as long as they are eating, as long as there's something in their pockets, I don't know. But we are getting it wrong, ladies and gentlemen. And William Samoei Ruto has the worst advisors, I think, in Africa. And that is why they don't see anything wrong with his policies. That is, they don't see anything wrong with what he's telling, William Samoei Ruto is telling the public. That is why William Samoei Ruto, ukitazama vizuri sana, hata hajui kile ambacho kinaendelea au vile watu wanataka. Na kama anajua, hajali. Because these guys are just there to make money. And if they strongly believe that judiciary is corrupt, kuna mbinu za kutumia, kuna mikakati. The constitution is very, very clear on how to go about it and how to remove corrupt judges. But I know that parliament is the most corrupt institution after the police service. That's my take, ladies and gentlemen. And from where I sit, parliament as currently constituted is unconstitutional, because it is not adhering to the constitution, especially the 2/3 gender rule, and should be disbanded, and Martha Karua should take that responsibility, advise the president, and then the parliament will go home tuende katika uchaguzi.